Good morning, students. Welcome back to All Force e-learning classes. This is our first year of Civics class. In the last session, we studied about the introduction, definitions, and some of the features of rights. In general, what are the rights? The rights are the essential conditions for the development of the personality of the individuals. In other words, rights are defined as justified claims for protection of the general interest of the individuals. And the rights occupied the most important place in the political science because they provide the necessary conditions for social life of the individuals. Then coming to definitions, Bosanquet defined rights as a claim which is recognized by society and enforced by the state. It is a definition of Bosanquet. And according to Barker, rights are the necessary conditions for the development of the capacities of the personality of the individuals. Then important features of rights. Okay, number one is rights are available only in society. Clear? The rights are available only in society, and so society is the mother of rights. Clear? There are no rights without society. Clear? Then they do not exist outside the society. Rights do not exist outside the society because rights are born in society only, and they are also recognized by society. Hence, rights are social in nature. Number two, rights are inherent in nature. Means rights are a part of nature. Some social contractualists like Thomas Hobbes, Rousseau, John Locke said that rights are a part of nature. Then third one is rights are not absolute in nature. They are limited only because state and society may impose certain reasonable restrictions on the enjoyment of rights by the individuals. These restrictions imposed by the state meant for safeguarding the security and order of the society or protecting the law and order in the society. Then rights are universal in nature. Rights are universal in nature. It means the rights are applicable to all the individuals. The rights are provided to all the individuals without any discrimination. Then fifth one is rights precede the state. Rights precede the state means rights were originated before the state. Rights were originated before the state. It means rights were prevalent even before the origin of state. Then sixth one is rights are meant for common good of the people. The rights were originated not meant for selfish ends of the individuals. They are meant for well-being of all the individuals in the society. Hence, they are recognized by the state and society. Then, rights and duties are interdependent to each other. The seventh one, rights and duties are interdependent to each other. So, without rights, there are no duties. Without duties, there are no rights. Every right has a corresponding duty. Then eighth one is rights are protected by the state. If anybody will violate the rights, the rights of others, then state will provide the protection to them through courts. The courts will provide the protection to the rights of the individuals by issuing several writs like a habeas corpus, mandamus, prohibition, etc. And last one is rights can be changed. Rights can be changed. Yes, rights can be changed according to changing conditions of the society from time to time. So these are the important features of rights. Today I am going to explain the classification of rights. Today I am going to explain the classification of rights. So a part of 6th unit, that is rights and duties. So classification of rights. So at first I am going to draw one diagram. So rights broadly divided into or classified into 3 types. One is natural rights. Natural rights. Second, moral rights. Moral rights. Third one is legal rights. Legal rights. Legal rights again divided into 3 types. Yes, first one is civil rights, then political rights, rights, then economic rights. Economic rights. All of you see? So it is a diagram of classification of rights. The rights can be broadly categorized into 3 types. One is natural rights, second moral rights, third one is legal rights. Legal rights again divided into 3 types: civil rights, political rights, and economic rights. Now we will discuss one by one. First of all, natural rights. So which rights are called as natural rights? The rights which are enjoyed by the individuals by birth from nature are called as natural rights. In other words, natural rights, those natural rights are the rights which are enjoyed by the individuals by birth from nature. It is a definition of natural rights. So what the natural rights which are enjoyed by the individuals by birth? Yes, these rights are enjoyed by, as these rights are enjoyed by individuals by birth from the nature. Hence they are called as a natural rights. It is a one thing. Second, the individuals enjoyed these rights even before the origin of the state. Yes, in the last session I explained one of the important feature of the rights, that is rights precedes the state. Okay, rights precedes the state means rights are originated before the origin of the state, and so natural rights enjoyed by the individuals before the origin of the state. Clear? So that is the second one. Clear? These rights are enjoyed by the individuals even before the origin of the state. Clear? It is second. And third thing is these rights are recognized and respected by both state and society. Clear? State, even though these rights originated before the civilized society, and state and society must recognize and respect them. That is another one. Clear? So state and society as both as recognize and respect them. Respect these rights, yes, because they are essential for the social life of the individuals. Clear? It is the second one. Then there was one theory about natural rights. This theory was proposed by John Locke. Yes, John Locke was the first political philosopher who proposed the theory of natural rights. Okay, theory of natural rights. Theory of natural rights. So this theory was proposed by John Locke. John Locke. Yes, John Locke was one of the important social contractualists. Yes, there are three political philosophers who were called as a social contractualists: Thomas Hobbes, John Locke, and Rousseau. So he is one of them. He proposed the theory of natural rights. Okay, theory of natural rights. So according to John Locke, there are three basic natural rights. So what are the basic natural rights? Examples of natural rights. 1. Right to life. Right to life. 2nd, right to liberty. Right to liberty. 3rd one is right to property. Right to property. So these are the three basic natural rights of the individuals. These are the basic natural rights of the individuals. Clear? So it is about natural rights. Then coming to moral rights. Now, which rights are called as moral rights? Sorry, which rights are called as moral rights? The rights which are enjoyed by the individuals based on ethical or moral principles. So here, what are the basis for moral rights? Ethical and moral values or moral principles are the basis for the moral rights. So I am writing the definition. So moral rights are those rights so which are enjoyed by the individuals. So individuals on the basis of or based on ethical or moral principles. So by this definition we can understand that. So what are the basis for moral rights? So ethical and moral principles are the basis for moral rights. Clear? Then customs, traditions and usages of the society are the sources of moral rights. So what are the sources of moral rights? Sources of these rights. What are the sources of these rights? Customs, traditions, okay, and usages in the society. So these are the sources of moral rights. Then these rights are not recognized by society and not protected by the courts of law. Clear? So these rights are not protected by courts of law. First of all, these rights are not recognized by state and not protected by courts because they do not have legality. Clear? So these rights are not recognized by state and these are not protected by the courts because they do not have the legality. That is the main reason. Next, but they have the support of society. Because what are the sources of moral rights? Customs, traditions of the society. Hence they have the support of society. They have the support of society. Clear? Now, what are the examples of moral rights? It is a right of the teacher to receive the respect from his students. One example. Another one is it is the moral right of the parents to be looked after by their children in their old age. Clear? Another one is, it is the moral right of the poor people to be received the help by rich people. So these are some of examples for moral rights. Then coming to legal rights. So which rights are called as legal rights? And here one more point. So even though these rights are not recognized by state, but state cannot ignore these moral rights for long period. Clear? State cannot ignore moral rights for long period. Now legal rights. So which rights are called as legal rights? The rights which are recognized by the state and enforced by the court. So these rights are legal rights. Yes, legal rights. These rights are protected by, recognized by state, and these are enforced by the courts or courts of law. If anybody will violate legal rights, they will be punished. As the violation of legal rights leads to punishment. So violation of legal rights leads to punishment. Clear? So it is one thing. Then these legal rights are provided to all the individuals equally. Clear? So without any discrimination, the state can provide the legal rights to all the individuals without any discrimination. Then legal rights again divided into three types. Legal rights again divided into three types. Legal rights can be divided into three types. So civil rights, political rights, and economic rights. Now one by one. So first of all, civil rights. So which rights are called as civil rights? The rights which will provide an opportunity to lead civilized social life are called as civil rights. In other words, civil rights are those rights which provide as opportunity to the individuals to lead civilized social life. Yes, it is a definition of civil rights. So civil rights are those rights which provide opportunity to the individuals to lead civilized social life. So it is the definition of civil rights. And one more thing is, these civil rights are considered as the most important rights for civilized society. Okay, these rights are considered as the important rights for civilized society because these rights will provide opportunity to all the individuals to lead civilized social life. And one more point, the important aim of these rights is to provide good, honorable and civilized life to the individuals. Clear? So it is one of the important aim of civil rights. So what is the important aim of the civil rights? to provide basic conditions. Yes, the aim of civil rights to provide what are basic conditions for which purpose? To lead happy and dignified social life. Dignified social life to the individuals. Clear? So it is one of the important aim of civil rights to provide basic conditions to lead happy and dignified social life to the individuals. Clear? So now it is a part of legal rights. Hence civil rights are also applicable to all the individuals without any discrimination. If anybody will violate these rights, as leads to punishment. If anybody will violate the civil rights, they will be punished. It means the violation of civil rights leads to punishment. Next, what are the examples for civil rights? What are the examples for the civil rights? So number of civil rights are there. Example, right to life. Right to life. Then right to liberty or freedom. Then right to equality. Right to equality. Then right to property. Right to property. Then right to education. Right to education. Right to religion. Right to religion. Then right to culture. Right to culture. Next, right to form associations and institutions. Right to form associations and as institutions. Then right to family. Right to family. And one more, right to constitutional remedies. Right to constitutional remedies. Right to constitutional as remedies. Right to constitutional remedies. So these are some of the examples of civil rights. Okay, what are the important examples of civil rights? Right to life, right to freedom, right to equality, right to property, right to education, right to religion, right to culture, right to form associations and institutions, right to family, right to constitutional remedies. Clear? So then coming to political rights. So which rights are called as political rights? The rights which will provide freedom to the individuals to take part in the political affairs of the state or government are called as political rights. Clear? So these rights are very essential for the democracy. So political rights are very essential for democracy. In other words, they are the necessary conditions for the democracy. Because so without political rights, democracy cannot be success. So every democratic state will provide certain political rights to its citizens. Then the individuals must enjoy or exercise political rights in proper way. When the people will exercise political rights in the proper way, then only the democracy can be success. Otherwise the democracy cannot be success. Clear? So here political rights will provide political consciousness among the individuals. Clear? So political rights promotes political rights. Political rights promotes what a political consciousness or political knowledge. Political consciousness or political knowledge to the individuals. Yes, through political knowledge, the individuals will participate in the political affairs of the state. Yes, through political knowledge, the citizens will participate as through political rights. As through political rights, citizens will actually participate in the participate in the political affairs of the state. Political affairs of the state. Clear? Then the political rights are available only in democratic states. They are not available in other forms of governments like dictatorship. In dictatorship of government, there is no availability of political rights. The political rights are available only in democratic states. Then one more thing, democratic states will provide political rights to its citizens only. They denied to minors and aliens. Clear? These rights are meant for only citizens, as they are not provided to aliens and minors. Clear? So it is about political rights. And one more thing, so what are the examples for political rights? So examples of political rights. So right to vote. Then right to contest in the elections as a candidate. As right to contest in the elections as a candidate. Then right to petition. Right to hold public offices. Then right to criticize the government. As right to criticize the government. So these are the political rights. Right to vote, right to contest in the elections, right to petition, right to hold public offices, right to criticize the government. So these are the best examples of our political rights. And the last one is economic rights. Which rights are called as economic rights? The rights which will provide economic security to the individuals are called as economic rights. Clear? So economic rights will provide economic security to the individuals as economic rights. So economic rights will provide economic security to the individuals. It is one thing. And second thing is these rights enables the individuals to have a reasonable legal source of livelihood. Clear? So another point is what? These rights enables the individuals to have a reasonable and legal source of livelihood. Yes. So in other words, the economic rights will provide the livelihood to all the people. Clear? The economic rights will provide livelihood to the people. So by providing livelihood, it provides the security to the individuals. Clear? It is another thing. Like economic liberty and economic equality. Economic rights also very essential for the individuals to enjoy the civil and political rights. Clear? So without economic rights, there are no civil and political rights. Clear? So in other words, so without fulfillment of economic rights, individuals cannot enjoy civil and political rights. Clear? So once again, so without fulfillment of economic rights, individuals cannot enjoy civil and political rights. Clear? Hence economic rights are very essential for every individual. So what are the best examples for economic rights? Number one, right to work. So examples for economic rights. 1. Right to work. Right to work. Number 2. Right to leisure and rest. Right to leisure and rest. Number 3. Right to compensation. Right to compensation. Right to compensation. Then right to reasonable hours of work. Right to reasonable hours of work. Right to reasonable hours of work. And right to self-government in industries. As right to self-government in industries. And one more, right to social security. Right to social security in case of illness, in case of physical disability, in case of old age. So these are some of the examples for economic rights. So right to work, right to leisure and rest, right to compensation, right to reasonable hours of work, right to self-government in industries, right to social security in case of illness or old age or physical disability. Okay students, so with this classification of rights is over. Okay, we will see in the next session. Goodbye.